So, as promised, it is now the third match in round one of the Supermarket Premium Lager Taste Test Championships. And what we've got here is interesting. We have got two Czech Pilsners who just happened to be drawn together. I mean, the draws were completely random. We just happened to get two of the Czech. I think there's three Czech Pilsners in the draw. There's these two and Budvar. And it just so happened that these two got drawn against each other in the first round. So the first one is Staropramen. Now this is UK Brewed Staropramen. It's not the Czech stuff that they get in Lidl. People getting dead excited about they had Czech Brewed Staropramen in Lidl. I wasn't going to use that even if I could get it because this is about what you can get in the supermarkets all year round. And all year round in many supermarkets you can get this stuff, the UK Brewed Staropramen. You can't always get the Czech stuff, so if we're using that, then that's not going to make it very fair. And obviously you can get this all year round in the supermarkets as well. And if we're going to start using things like that, we could then start using the Oktoberfest beers they get in Lidl and stuff like that, and some of the lagers they get around Oktoberfest time, and that would just get a little bit too messy. Also, while we're on the subject of what classifies these things, I've not been using any of the lagers that they have in booths because they've got so many amazing lagers in booths, in bottles, that nothing else would stand a chance if we included that. So this is really the stuff you can get. Morrison's, Sainsbury's, Tesco, you can get them all over. You can even get them in Spar, a lot of these things. And these are the ones, as I say, that are a little bit more sort of premium than things like Stella and Amstel and San Miguel and things like that. The word premium is quite tongue-in-cheek, the way that I'm using it, in case people are thinking, well, these aren't premium. These are as premium as you get in the supermarket, really, as far as lagers are concerned. So anyway, that's why these are the beers that I've chosen. So it's just have a look at the table again. Why not? So here's the table for anybody who hasn't seen the other matches. So as you can see there, we've got two that are already through to the second round, and now it's the turn of Staropramen and this one here, which is Pilsner Urquell. So that was a bit messy the way I introduced that, really, because I showed you the Staropramen ages ago. But yeah, so it's Pilsner Urquell's the other one, which again, Czech Pilsner. Heavy hitter, this one. This one would be expected to do well. I know by a lot of people, some people swear by Pilsner Urquell. I know some people said it's by far the best lager available in any supermarket. But, as I say, we'll see what I think of it, because I don't always agree with everybody. And I can't remember the last time I had this, see what I thought of it. But anyway, Staropramen versus Pilsner Urquell. Let's get these bad boys cracked open and see how they do. Okay, beer's poured. And now, these were poured a little bit ago. They had a bigger head than this when they were poured, but the first take I messed it up, so I'm doing it again. I've not actually tasted or smelt either of these yet. This one, when it was poured, it still had a thinner head than this one. This one is a thick, well, I say thinner, it's like, yeah, smaller head than that one. But this one looks a little bit more, the bubbles are a bit more densely packed. That one's a little bit frothier, I'd say, in the bubbles. The beauty is they're both the same colour. So they're both the same colour. I just asked my wife to pour about half a glass, just so I've got plenty later to do it. And there's probably enough for a taste test, and there's obviously, oh, I don't know why I smelled that one. There's plenty of room to swill it around. I know that the head difference is not the glass, because this is the one that had the thinner head when I did the Asahi against the Tyskie. So one of the beers I think gave, unless it was just the pour, because I didn't pour them myself, I don't know. So one of the glasses appeared to give appeared to give a slightly thinner head than the other. So I've got my water. I'm all ready to go. Probably going to start nosing this one first because I already nosed it. So let's give it a swirl. Let's get my nose in. So one of them is Pilsner Urquell, the other one is Staropramen. Right, so that one smells quite bitter, that one. Grassy, lemony. Not much in the line of malt. It's a little bit of kind of grapefruit there, a little bit of grapefruit bitterness. A little bit biscuity. Now, when I first came to these beers after they'd been poured, I did get a bit of a skunky waft, which they're both in green glasses, so you never know. That could be one of them may have gone a little bit skunked in the green glass. Let's give this one a go. Oh, now that one is syrupy. And you know what? I might struggle to know which one's which here. Maybe in the tasting might give me a bit of an idea. I would hazard a guess that whichever one I prefer will be the Pilsner Urquell, just because it's got so much of a better pedigree than the Staropramen. But from smell alone, I am struggling a bit. I prefer the smell of this one. This one smells a bit sweet. Smells a bit sweet, a bit syrupy. This one smells drier, and to be honest, neither of them smell particularly skunked, which is nice because they were both. I think they both came in green bottles. I think the Pilsner Urquell was in a green one. I'm not sure if it was green or brown, or a greeny brown, or a browny green. I don't know. This one smells a little bit fruity, a little bit orangey, whereas this one smells much more syrupy. Let's just have another smell on it. This one smells cheaper. It really does. Right, I'm going to have a little bit of a... just wash my mouth out. I'm going to start with this one, because this one, I'm hazarding, just on the smell, that this one's possibly the Staropramen, but that's only because it smells a bit syrupy and a bit naff. But I don't know. Let's see what the taste gives me. That is rather bitter. That is rather bitter, that one. It tastes nothing like it smells. It doesn't taste syrupy or sweet in the slightest. It's very bitter, quite crisp, quite clean. Right, let's rinse a habit. Right, let's go in cleansed with this one. That one's bitter but smoother. This could end up being controversial. It has the possibility of being quite controversial, this now. I'll just rinse out again. But I don't know. You see, the thing is, both of these are very bitter. Or I don't remember Staropramen being that bitter, really. But they both seem to have quite a bitterness to them. Although this one is crisper and cleaner, this one does have a bit of that sweet maltiness on the flavour. I think I know which one's going through. But if any other beer reviewers are watching this and I get these the wrong way around, then then there may be a bit of wrath. Of course, there won't be any wrath. I don't think any beer reviewers watch this, do they? Well, okay, so I'm just going to go for it because otherwise I'll be here all day just sipping the beers. This one has much more the flavour I would associate with Pilsner Urquell. It's crisp, it's clean, it's bitter, it's rather bitter. It's got a lot of bitterness to it, which is what you want from a Czech Pilsner. It's got a lovely bite to it. It's just a really clean, pure flavour to me, this. And I'm going to have a massive egg on my face if this is the Staropramen, really, the UK Brewed Staropramen. But that just tastes, it tastes really nice, really clean, really, just really genuine. This one, the more I taste it, especially when I go from that one to that one, it's always interesting to see what happens when you go from one to the other. It's got that sweet maltiness. It's got that sweet maltiness, which I don't think belongs in a lager, really. I mean, you do get some. I love the biscuity, bready notes you get with some of the Helles beers, which is what I love about them. But when it comes a little bit too syrupy and a little bit too sweet, I didn't know Pilsner Urquell was like that at all. Staropramen, it's been a while since I had Staropramen, and to be honest, I don't know whether it's changed. But I say neither of these taste like what I remember Staropramen tasting like, to be honest. So that is it. That's my. So first of all, this is the one that's going through. Definitely, I really prefer this one. It just tastes cleaner. It tastes nicer. It doesn't have that syrupy backbone to it, which this one does have. This one, it's not bad, but compared to this one, it is bad, basically. Okay, we just had this. Somebody gave me this at the barbecue, whatever. I'd be perfectly happy with it. It's fine. But after drinking this, which is very good, to drinking this, there is a difference. There is a big difference. I much prefer this one. I think this is a better beer. Let's have a see if I did get them the right way around. Well, the results are in, and I've got to say, well, I hate to say it, but I was wrong. The Pilsner Urquell comes in a brown bottle, not a green bottle. So there you go. But well, it's a good job nobody watches these videos, because I basically was also wrong with which beer was which. I'm sorry to anybody who is a staunch Pilsner Urquell fan, but that's the thing about these blind taste tests, especially with beers I've not drunk for ages. Tasted them completely blind, no preconceptions whatsoever. This is actually the way around they were. This one, which, to be honest, I liked them both, don't get me wrong. I said this one was nice on its own, but really, I preferred this one. This one didn't have the sweetness that this one had. I'll try them again. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, now I know this is Pilsner Urquell, it tastes better. But that one's cleaner, it's crisper. It just is. And considering it came in a green bottle, it doesn't taste particularly skunky, which is also good. But yeah, that is a turn up for the books. That. So anybody who loves Pilsner Urquell, I do like it. I got to say. I know it's available in cans. I've had it in cans as well. I don't know whether the taste is massively different in cans. But yeah, there's a syrupiness to this one, which I don't know. I prefer this one. If this was any other beer than Pilsner Urquell, I wouldn't feel so bad about getting in the wrong round or knocking it out, because I know that this is one that a lot of people have a lot of love for. It's a beer that a lot of people think a lot of. But that's the point of this test. It's good that I don't know which they are, and it's good that I can actually, view these objectively without knowing the pedigree they've got. And as a result, the Pilsner Urquell, it's gone, knocked out. The first massive upset of the thing, and there will be more, I reckon. There will be more. And the Staropramen is through to the next round. One more of these for the first half of the table, and then we can move into the bottom half of the table. So there you go. So the Staropramen. Yeah. What more can I say? The Staropramen is through. I mean, it's a nice. I like Star. Tell me, to tell you the truth, I like Staropramen, and I've never been a massive Pilsner Urquell fan. I know that people go on about Pilsner Urquell being amazing and everything. I've never seen the thing that makes people so. Why people love Pilsner Urquell so much. I'd rather have a Budvar any day. Budvar is the one that is my favourite Czech Pilsner available in the supermarkets. And I'd have a Budvar any day over Pilsner Urquell. Anyway, so it's probably my personal taste that's been brought into this, but it's a decent beer. It's a nice beer. But it means I don't have to keep going rushing out trying to find it. It's bitter, but it's sweet. This one's bitter and not as sweet, but it's crisper and cleaner. So even after knowing what they are, I still prefer this one. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So there you go, that's it. Staropramen through to the next round. What more can I say? Nothing. Until next time, have a good one.